What about Bronny? Looks like he's made a jump. Huh? Feels more comfortable, getting a little more opportunity, and taking it. How's that been?
No, it's been great. You know, not only as a father, but just as a student of the game, to see someone kind of use what he was able to do last year in the G League. You know, use that, get more comfortable, then go into summer league and be even more comfortable. And when his time has been called this year, just continue to feel good about it. I think.
He's out of Ohio University, slips it to Niederhauser. Oh my God! Welcome back to Front Wave Yawning.
Tuesday night, same gym, same G League competition. The South Bay Lakers took the floor with 2 Lakers draft picks on the roster, 2 players with completely opposite stories unfolding before our eyes. What happened wasn't just another basketball game. It was a reality check about talent, hype, and what it actually takes to succeed at the professional level. Dalton Knecht went nuclear. 30 points on 10 of 17 shooting, 6 threes raining down. Meanwhile, Bronny James, 4 points, 2 of 5 from the field, 4 turnovers, 22 minutes that felt more like a struggle than a stepping stone. Look, this isn't about tearing down a 20-year-old trying to find his footing in professional basketball, but we need to talk about what happens when name recognition collides with on-court reality, and Tuesday night put it all on display.
There have been a lot of great players, and all their sons are whack.
Let's lay out the facts. Dalton Knecht went 17th overall in the 2024 draft, SEC Player of the Year, averaged over 20 points per game at Tennessee. This is a guy who earned his spot through elite college production and legitimate NBA-level skills.
Los Angeles Lakers select Bronny James.
Bronny James, pick number 55, second round. And here's the question nobody wants to ask out loud. Without the last name, does he even hear his name called on draft night? His lone season at USC was derailed by a cardiac arrest that could have ended everything before it started. When he finally got on the court, the numbers told a tough story. 4.8 points per game on 36.6% shooting. But somehow, here we are. 4-year guaranteed deal, wall-to-wall media coverage, a G League assignment where he only plays home games because apparently flying commercial isn't part of the plan for someone with his level of celebrity. The special treatment isn't a secret. It's right there in the open. And Tuesday night against the San Diego Clippers showed us exactly why that's becoming a real problem. The December G League showcase in Orlando laid bare the issues scouts have been quietly discussing since draft night. Against the Osceola Magic, Bronny scraped together 6 points on 3 of 7 shooting. The film tells the whole story. 7 for 33 from three-point range in the G League. That's 21.2%. In the G League, where the defense isn't as suffocating as the NBA, where guys are clawing for call-ups and 10-day contracts, and Bronny can't knock down open looks.
It's unfair that he is there, is what I'm going to say. You know, I think it's clear, like, the reason why he's there is because LeBron, you know, has kind of made sure he's there. He's just not an NBA player. He looks, in my mind, like almost like worse than he was last year, or it hasn't been any improvement.
His true shooting percentage? A brutal 45.4%. That's the kind of efficiency that gets NBA players benched, that gets G League players sent home. But Bronny? He gets moved back and forth between rosters for more development time.
Giving him a job in the NBA when the guy is clearly unqualified. This is classic nepotism. It undermines the game. And
now let's shift to the guy who actually belongs on the floor, and honestly belongs several levels higher.
Another one! Another one! Another one! Dalton Knecht!
Dalton Knecht's G League debut wasn't just solid, it was a statement. 30 points, 6 triples, 59% from the field. This wasn't garbage time padding or cherry-picking easy buckets. This was pure dominance. Knecht's had a bumpy start to his NBA career, fighting for consistent minutes in J.J. Redick's rotation. His defensive inconsistencies have kept him on the bench during critical stretches. But here's the difference. When Knecht gets his shot, he capitalizes. When the moment arrives, he shows up. Remember that 19-point eruption against Memphis earlier this season? 5 for 5 from downtown? That's what real NBA caliber shooting looks like. That's what separates legitimate prospects from developmental projects. The Lakers sent Knecht to the G League to keep him game ready, to get live reps while the rotation tightens up. And what did he do? He reminded everyone why he was considered lottery talent that somehow slipped to 17. Let's put their G League numbers side by side because context is everything. Bronny James is currently averaging 9.5 points, 3.8 rebounds, and 4.7 assists in the G League. On paper, not disastrous, but dig into the shooting splits. They're rough. His offensive game lacks punch. Multiple scouts who watched the Winter Showcase walked away with the same takeaway. He needs serious G League time to develop even basic offensive weapons.
A real question. This is no hate. This is real shit. Why he in the G?
At all.
And Bronny not in the G.
Whoa, hold on now.
Dalton Knecht, 1 G League game, 30 points. Sure, it's a single game sample, but in 20 NBA appearances this season, he's averaging 6.4 points while shooting 47.1% from the field and 36.2% from 3. Those are solid numbers for a rookie adjusting to the league. The difference is clear. Dalton Knecht has genuine NBA-ready skills that translate immediately. Bronny James has potential. And in professional basketball, potential without production is just another way of saying not ready yet. The Lakers drafted Bronny to keep LeBron happy, to create that father-son moment for the history books, to move jerseys and dominate headlines. Mission accomplished. The media frenzy around LeBron and Bronny sharing the court during the season opener delivered exactly the storyline LA wanted. But basketball doesn't care about storylines. The scoreboard doesn't adjust for legacy or famous fathers. And right now, the scoreboard is telling us that Bronny James isn't ready for this level of competition. The accommodations, home games only in the G League, the guaranteed 4-year contract, the constant shuffling between NBA and G League rosters are creating an impossible situation. Bronny can't develop properly when he's not getting the full grind of the G League life. He can't earn genuine respect when everyone knows he's playing by different rules. Even the most supportive voices in the media acknowledge the issue. When ESPN's Shams Charania said Bronny isn't a normal, everyday G League player, that wasn't praise. It was acknowledgement of the preferential treatment that's undermining any real path to development. Here's the honest truth. Dalton Knecht dropping 30 should have been the headline, a legit prospect reminding everyone why he got drafted in the first round, a talented rookie making the most of his G League opportunity. That's the story we should be talking about. Instead, we're back to debating whether Bronny James even belongs on a professional roster. And honestly, that's not entirely fair to him. He didn't ask to be thrown into this media circus. He didn't demand special privileges or a guaranteed contract. Those decisions came from Lakers management doing whatever it takes to keep LeBron content. But the consequences are real. Every rough outing, every cold shooting night, every 4.4 turnover performance gets blown up and analyzed to death. The critics get louder, the defenders dig in harder, and Bronny becomes the center of endless debates about nepotism and merit in professional sports. Meanwhile, Dalton Knecht just keeps playing ball, silencing doubters, proving that when you've got the talent, the game speaks for itself. Tuesday night's South Bay Lakers game told us everything we need to know about where these two players stand right now. Dalton Knecht is an NBA caliber player temporarily working on his game in the G League. Bronny James is a G League player who got NBA opportunities because his last name opens doors that most prospects will never see. That's not hating, that's not jealousy, that's reality. The real question now is, will the Lakers organization be honest about this? Will they give Bronny the full G League grind he desperately needs to develop? Will they stop the special treatment and let him earn his way like every other second-round pick fighting for a future? Or will they keep this going until it becomes undeniable that Bronny James, despite all the hype and the pedigree, simply isn't ready for professional basketball at this level? Dalton Knecht's 30-point G League debut should have been the feel-good story of the night. Instead, it became another reminder of just how far Bronny has to go.